Hi, I'm Kate Toon, and I'm going to give you a little demo of a super easy SEO tool you can use every day to check some of your on-page optimization elements. So the tool I like to use is called SEO Meta in one click, and it's a Google Chrome toolbar. So you'll be needing to be using the Google Chrome if you want to use it. So just click on it here and you can download it and install it onto your browser bar. And it's going to tell you lots of great stuff. And here you can look at reviews and support, but best thing to do is to just start using it. So let's check out one of my sites, which doesn't have the best SEO. I've got 7 websites. I need to work on all of them. It's an ongoing thing. Let's check this out. So all we do is we click on the SEO Meta in one click icon, and it brings up this little menu. And this tells us some basic stuff about our site. So first up, we can see our title tag, and we can see the length of it, and we get a green if it's a good amount of characters. You want to aim for about 60 to 65 characters, including spaces. Meta description, now it says you can go up to 320 characters, but I tend to go around the 150, 160 mark because often Google does truncate meta descriptions, especially on mobile devices, so don't use all of it up. And remember, this should really be a 2-line sales pitch for your page. If you've done the 10-day SEO challenge, you'll have seen I give tips on title tags and meta descriptions in there. Don't worry about this one. It's got little explanations. The keywords meta tag isn't really relevant anymore, and you really don't want to be popping keywords in there, so it's actually a good thing. Get rid of that exclamation mark. It's not a dramatic moment. Okay, now we have the URL. That's great. We've got some robots tags there. They're all good. I don't really care too much about author and publisher. I've got my language. Then we can see that I've got multiple H1s, H2s, H3s, or whatever. Now, H1, ideally you're only supposed to have one H1, but it's not the end of the world. John Mueller has said that having more than one H1 is not going to ruin your SEO, so don't worry about that too much. We can also here check out things like the sitemap and make sure that that's all looking all okay. And when we come back, we have to click on it again. We can look at that was the robots.txt. We can look at the sitemap as well. And just make sure that that's working, that we don't have lots of different ones. So you can see here I've got a couple of sitemaps that I need to turn off. I've got my author sitemap and my attachment sitemap. I don't really want to have those being indexed. We don't want Google crawling unnecessary content. Again, we go through this in more detail in the WordPress SEO course, but that's a quick change that I can make on this site today to tidy up. Really all I want is post and page. I don't use the project sitemap, so I don't have sitemaps showing that you're not using. Okay, and then the other little things that this will show us are what's in the headers, like have we used relevant focus keywords in our headers and on our pages. It will show us how we've named our images. Have we named our images well, like Kate Toon logo? We want to be using hyphens, not underscores. Again, we cover this off in the 10-day challenge. We want to be naming our images intelligently, hopefully using keywords if they're relevant, and ideally we want to have alt tags for all of them as well. And ideally we want to have alt tags for them as well, so I've got a bit of work to do there. We can also look at Google page speed and get some results there. I'm sure this is not going to be great. I'm actually not going to let you see because I'm embarrassed, but you can see that it's got lots of other little tools here. We can look at the links, we can look at social media, and then there are other elements that we can look at here. We can look at whether the site is mobile friendly, we can validate CSS, we can jump to some of the other tools that we use to help us understand our SEO performance. So a fab, free little tool that you can start using today and just find out some basic information about your site and then hopefully get on track to start fixing it. Thanks for watching.